Tristan Nightmare Ahio, and you're watching Mission Boxing Today on YouTube.
Heavyweight boxing fans, what's the deal? Now, I know that this fight is, and even Junior Fa himself in his article said that this fight is at least 2 years away, okay? This article, before I start, is on stuff.co.nz, and I will leave it in the description box. Like always on my channel, you can click it, read it, and come to your own surmise about it, okay? But Junior Fa plotting path to take on New Zealand boxing champion Joseph Parker. Now, for you Kiwi fans out there, you know the history between these two young guys. They fought each other in the amateurs 4 times, 2-2 against each other. They both have 2 wins against each other. Now Junior Fa, he is taking boxing full time as far as his training. He quit his job making windows and doors, and he's dedicating his life to boxing. 5-0, you know, 6'6", you know, the kid is what, 260 some odd pounds, 270. Good legs, can move, has a good jab, good hand speed. He has the World Series of Boxing. I seen him fight Alexander Usyk. He lost that fight against Usyk, but I seen him fight in the World Series of Boxing. Good fundamental, man. Good. He works the body, you know, that I really like for a big guy. Because a lot of these big heavyweights, these tall, you know, 6'6", 6'7" heavyweights, they're headhunters, man. They don't really go to the body, at least not enough for me, you know. But he's 5-0, and obviously a fight with Parker is way down the road. He is older than Parker by 2 years. I believe he's 26. Parker's 24. But as far as a pro, we know Parker's, you know, more established than Fa. You know, he's beat Mano, he beat Carlos Takam, even a Jason Bergman. Fa has not got to that level yet. He is going to fight on the Parker undercard. And he is set to fight Alapati Asa on the undercard of the Dimitrenko Parker. That's going to take place October 1st. It's going to be an interesting fight. I'm going to pick Fa to win that fight, man. But Asa, I seen him fight Hemi Ahio. And they had a slugfest, man. Asa had a heel hurt in that first round with a leg. It was kind of weird because the heel went down, but the ref didn't really see it. Then he got up and got hit with another few more left hooks, and it was real bad for a heel. Then in the second round, he took it to Asa and he got him out of there. I think a right hand was the hand that put him down initially, and then he beat the count, got up, and then a heel just went on a barrage with left hooks and right hands and uppercuts, and he got him out of there. So that's going to be an interesting fight, at least for the first 2 rounds. I'm curious to see what that's going to look like, but I'm going to pick Fa to just, I think Fa going to work his body, going to use his jab, and when he gets close, I think going to work his body, but he has to be careful, man. It's like something with these New Zealand heavyweights, man. They all have good left hands. Whether they're journeymans or guys you've never heard of, it's like one thing they do pack is a damn good left hook. I don't know if it's just the David Tua, you know, thing that's going on there, but it's like these New Zealand guys have some good left hands. I think Joseph Parker best punches his left hook. Some of you may disagree, but anyways, though, Fa has 3 fights scheduled already for the remainder of this year, at least up until October 28th. He has a fight October 28th, October 1st, and then he has a fight here in a few days, September 10th. You know, so, and I'm not sure if he's going to fight a few times after that. He doesn't have a work schedule as far as making windows and doors, so he says he's going to dedicate, you know, his life to boxing now, and you know, just put it all on the table. All his fights have happened this year. He turned pro this year in February. He turned pro, so once he gets, you know, through with these 3 fights, that's going to be 8 fights in the span of 10 months. So he's on a busy schedule. Also read that after, you know, when Parker was getting ready to fight Takam, I did a video about it, and I uploaded that video on YouTube. That Takam, when he came to town in New Zealand, he got some sparring from Fa. And after that sparring session, he got offered, it was Takam's manager that offered to promote him after seeing him spar Takam. So he impressed, you know, he definitely impressed them. And, you know, a lot of fans, I hear them talk about Fa when I bring him up. They don't really see anything special. They think he's too fat, think he's too slow. They think he'll get countered all night. You know, fair enough. You know, I mean, these prospects, man, they're hit or miss. You know, just because I bring the prospect out to you guys doesn't mean he's going to be heavyweight champion of the world. But there is something there. You know what I mean? And obviously, I'm not the only one. Carlos Takam people, you know, thought that, hey, we can promote this guy. So there is something there to work with, man. Big guy with some skills that can move. He's not, you know, just your typical plodding around big guy. He can move, which caught my attention, okay? But let me go ahead and read some quotes from this article from different members of Fa's team. All right, this is his manager. He says, Junior is bigger, stronger, and he's light on his feet. He's beaten Joseph before, so I can't see any reason why he doesn't beat him again. Joseph is doing exceptionally well. He's the more experienced pro at this stage, and that's his advantage. They'll both do their thing, and I think in 2 years' time, it will be a great fight with New Zealand has ever seen. And he thinks it would be bigger than Tua versus Cameron. Seeing that fight, Tua ended that fight with some crushing left hooks, man, busting Cameron up against the ropes. And I definitely think it could be a bigger fight than Cameron and Tua. Tua was, you know, more towards the end of his career, although it was a, you know, exciting fight and ended with a knockout. But this is, you know, will be guys that are more in their primes. You know, both guys will be under 30. You know what I mean? So that'd be a good thing. Obviously, you know, like I said, Fa will have to, you know, build his resume up, man, and you know, make the fight more interesting. But I think a fight, if Fa and Hemi Ahio remain undefeated in the next year or so, I think that'd be a good fight. The road to Joseph Parker, because Hemi Ahio, you know, is making a name for himself too. I've done videos on him. He's an undefeated prospect. So maybe a fight with the Ahio, and then probably get some fights, you know, like a Hao Manu type of fighter, or you know, somebody in that category to, you know, see what Fa has as a pro. Let me go ahead and read a little bit, you know, a few more quotes from this article here. Now this is this is a quote from Parker's team. Okay, they say, we're sick and tired of Junior Fa living off the fact he beat Joseph in the amateur ranks many moons ago. The amateur days are over, and Junior's got to realize that the pro ranks are for the big boys, and he's still got his training wheels on. Junior needs to string a number of entertaining, incredible performances together in the pros before he can realistically be mentioned in the same breath as Joseph Parker again. We're giving Junior his first step in a very long journey on October 1st. Okay? And that was a statement by Duco Events. And, you know, they're going to protect their fighter, you know, Joseph Parker. And I agree with some of the things that they said, that it's a different game in the pros. The amateurs were the amateurs. You know, it's a different game. And like I said a few times in this same video, that he has to get some wins under his belt first. And to make it a big New Zealand type of heavyweight fight, I think the fight with the Ahio and Fa needs to take place first. I think that'll make for a big fight with Parker. Whether Parker has the IBF title or not by then, or, you know, if he has a title or not, let's say he has one loss by then. Let's say he loses to Joshua, or he beats Joshua. Whatever. I still think it'd be a good fight for New Zealand, man. I really do. So, hell, man, maybe, you know, the Australian kid, what's the kid? Callie Meehan's son, Willis Meehan. Maybe he'll build his record up by then. And maybe Fa can fight, you know, Meehan and Hemi Ahio, and, you know, get some up-and-coming prospects under his resume too, or on his resume, and make this fight with Parker a big fight. I think it's going, you know, it's inevitable, man. I think the fight's going to happen. It's going to happen. I really do. And when it happens, I'm not sure who's going to win. Right now, if they were to fight next week, I'm picking Parker. I think the hand speed, I think his left hook, I'm not sure Fa is going to be able to walk down Joseph Parker and beat him up. I know whatever happened in the World Series of Boxing, that's the World Series of Boxing. I just think Parker is a stronger than he was then, and so is Fa. But I think he's stronger. I think that left hook is very dangerous. I think he has very fast hands. I don't really see him walking down Parker. I don't see Fa walking him down. I think he's going to be better mixing it up, being on his back foot a little bit. I know he's walked some guys down, but they're undermatched. They're just, he's way taller, weighs more, better skills and fundamentals than the guys who he's been fighting. But I'm leaving this article in the description box, man. Let me read one more quote, and this is from Fa. He says, it's a hard choice, but I knew I had to do it. And this is in regards to him quitting his job, making windows and doors and dedicating his life to, fully just to boxing. He goes on to say, otherwise, I'll still be plodding around for the next 4 years, so I'd rather quit and risk it all to put my whole time and effort into training. And that's a good thing. You know, now we're going to see what he really has, you know, on his journey to this fight with Parker and other big fights in the division, man. So I'm going to leave this in the description box. Like I said, you guys can read it. Let me know what you think about Fa and Parker. If it was to take place next week, who do you think will win? How do you think the fight will go? And if the fight takes place in 2 years, let's say both guys are undefeated. Even if they're not undefeated, how do you think this fight's going to go in the next 2 years when they meet up? Let me know what you think, man. I'm out.